welcome to another Math Homework Helpers Shorts episode. I'm Max, and this is Mr. Tang. Mr. Tang, how are you?
I'm good, Max. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great. What do we got today?
So we're going to be working with our 4th grade friends. In Unit 4, we're going to continue taking a look at addition, subtraction, and measurement.
Cool.
So we've been talking about jumping into the standard algorithm of addition and subtraction. And some of you at home are probably super duper comfortable with doing the standard algorithm. You've probably been doing it for years, which is great. But we also want to kind of think about how we can use additional strategies to be efficient and really start making sense of the numbers that we're adding.
Totally.
So you know that the algorithm is going to work because that's what it does. It's a procedure, it's a process that will work every single time you do it if you do it correctly. The thing that we want to talk about is how can we use our understanding of the number system to make sense of the math that we're doing.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to study each problem before we solve it. Think about a strategy that would possibly work to be most efficient, and choose your strategy and solve the problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So the first one says 99 plus 43. Is 99 close to another friendly number?
I would say 100.
100. So if I did 100 plus 43, could you do that in your head?
Yeah, be 143.
So just like that, we were able to do that. But if we added 1 in the process,
we got to take 1 away.
Take 1 away. So it's not 143, but the answer will be
142.
142 because we subtracted 1 after adding that 1 in to equal 100 plus 43. So that strategy is called like give and take, right? It's compensation. We're giving from one to another, and then we're figuring it out from there.
I like it.
All right. So the next one here is 878 plus 121. Okay, so another great way to show addition is to split everything up by place value. So if I have 878, really I have 870 and 8. And we could do the same thing with our other number of 120 and 1. And when we split it apart, we can go ahead and add it up by place value. And then if we need to regroup, we can go ahead and add that in as we go.
Okay.
All right, so in our ones place, we have an 8 and a 1, which is
9.
And in our tens place, we have 70 and 20.
90.
And 800 plus 100 is
900.
Okay, so if we look at our numbers, we don't have any extra numbers in different place values. So for example, we don't have any extra hundreds when we added our tens. We don't have any extra tens when we added our ones.
Right.
So now we can nicely add this together and say 900 plus 90 plus 9 equals
999.
999.
That's fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So we were able to split it all apart and add it all up together. And when we do standard algorithm, we're essentially doing the same thing. We're just keeping track here of our place values separate of each other. So we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds.
Sounds good.
All right,
this is why knowing our place values is really helpful.
Yeah. So that's why it's, I mean, let's be honest. Any computer, any calculator can just do the addition if you wanted it to.
Right.
But a calculator is not going to make sense of it for you.
That's right. That's good enough, Mr. Tang. Doesn't have to be perfect.
There you go. Sorry about that. All right, so we have 213 plus 762. Why don't we do our standard algorithm here? So if we have 213 and we have 762, our standard algorithm would be very similar to what we just did with the break apart strategy, splitting it up, where we just add up by place value.
Okay.
So in our ones place, we have 3 ones plus 2 ones, which will be
5
ones. And this is where it gets a little tricky because oftentimes you'll take a look at this and a lot of kids will say, the next is 1 plus 6. But actually, that's 10 plus 60.
Right.
And so 10 plus 60 would be 70, but I'm already writing it in my sevens place. So 7 tens would be 70.
Right. Writing in your tens place.
Right.
Yes.
And in my hundreds place, I'm not adding 2 plus 7. If it was 2 plus 7, it would be my ones place, right? It's 200 plus 700, which is
900.
900. I'm already writing it in the place value, so it's 975.
Very cool. I also like how you rewrote the problem bigger, so you had plenty of room to work with.
Plenty of room.
Very important, boys and girls. Give yourself space.
All right. You know what, Max? Why don't you pick the last strategy? Did you want to try to find a compensation? Did you want to do the break apart? Or did you want to do standard algorithm for the last one?
Let's do standard algorithm again.
Okay.
Just because I think it helps to see that one a second time.
All right. So
Helps me anyway.
especially in 4th grade, that's kind of where we want to be moving towards.
Right.
But again, we're thinking about the strategies that helped get us here. Right?
Sure.
Because eventually, like if you talk to your parents about this and probably your teachers, the way we all learned it back in the day, way back in the day, is we just learned how to do the standard algorithm, but we never took the time to slow it down and really try to truly build up that understanding.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so again, I'm in my ones place. I have 2 ones plus 5 ones. It's going to be
7 ones.
7 ones. And this is where it gets a little tricky, right? Because now I have 3 10s and 7 10s, which gives us a total of
10 tens.
10 10s. So instead of writing 10 down here, I am going to write a 1. I'm sorry, a 0, because I'm regrouping that 10 10s, which is actually 100.
Gotcha.
So the 100 now, 100 plus 200,
300.
300.
So the answer is 307.
Actually, you know what we're going to do, Max?
Ooh, what are we going to do?
Because you brought this up, and I think this is what we can end on today, is let's go ahead and do the same exact problem with that break apart strategy and see how it looks a little bit different.
Ooh, I like that idea.
All right. So we have
Let's break it apart.
200, 30, and 2, and we're adding to that 70
75.
and 5. So you see them both side by side here. We did the standard algorithm first, and now we're doing that break apart strategy, right?
Right.
Splitting them up by place value. So in my ones, I'm looking at 2 and a 5, and that's going to be
7 ones.
Does that look very familiar to you?
Boom, totally.
And this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky. 30 plus 70 equals 100. I'm just going to write the 100 down right there.
Right.
I have the whole
Because
100.
it's still broken apart.
Yeah, it's broken apart. And now we're looking at our hundreds place. 200 plus nothing is just going to be 200.
Easy peasy.
So now these are all my partial add-ins here. I have 200 plus 100 plus 7. And the difference here is that 100 I can add to the hundreds I already have.
And you get 300. Yeah, you can totally see it right there too. So it's 307.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. I think that was a really good idea, showing it the 2 different ways, side by side. So you can see how the standard algorithm really works.
So as far as efficiency goes and being easier and faster, we eventually do want our standard algorithm to become the way we do it.
Uh-huh.
But we do definitely have to be able to understand how we built up to that.
Right, sure. That makes total sense to me.
All right. Well, that's it from us, boys and girls.
All right, boys and girls, thanks so much for tuning in. We hope to see you again next time on our Math Homework Helper Short. Until then, have fun with your math, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye, 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 bye.
So yeah.